Welcome back to another episode of Front Row Cinema, a movie podcast for movie lovers by movie lovers. I am your host, TJ Trimboli, and with me, as always, my co-host in the house tonight, the king of swing. And no, I don't mean the swingers, baby. It's baseball legend, Mr. James O'Reilly.
I thought you meant, are we doing that John Favreau movie? What was that one called?
Oh, simply put, swingers.
Yeah, he's money.
He is money, but
They
he's
say he's money in that
swingers.
movie a lot, right? Don't ask me who. I just know they say that.
They are money. But which one is money? Is that
It's
Vince's
Jeremy
Vaughn's
Roenick.
character?
Jeremy Roenick's money.
Who?
It's a deep cut from Swingers. Okay, they're
It's
playing
a,
like NHL '96 in it.
it's a, it's a very deep cut, man. You're going too deep for me. I only saw that movie once on cable back in Skinamax days.
Not a lot of Skinamax in it either. Heather Graham, like for once, keeps her shirt on.
Damn. What were we even
Is like
doing?
Heather Graham and John Favreau the most unlikely couple in a movie ever? Like there's a lot. There's got to be a lot, but that's got to be the worst, right?
Really up there. I don't know. They constantly always put beautiful women with Seth Rogen and Adam Sandler. So
Yeah, but a lot of times there's
they
some
love
bad Adam Sandler ones. The one I'm thinking of with Seth Rogen is when he's dating like who is it like Charlize Theron, like where she's like the Secretary of State or something.
long shot.
Yeah, right. But that's like the whole point of the movie is that she's like way out of his league. You know what I mean? Like they're like at least like they're being honest about it.
Aptly named that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But listen, I mean, there's a long history of just like beautiful women liking schlubby guys. Like that's it's a genre unto itself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Swingers is just a very weird movie. It's a very weird like snapshot of 1998 or whenever that came out.
To go back and watch it because I don't remember anything about it other than the poster.
Yeah, there was that like they were going to like swing concerts. Like that was a thing people in their like 20s actually do, you know? Like
They're
I mean
going to
there was this
swing
weird time.
concerts. I thought they were just like hot on the town for chicks, and that's why they
No,
were
like
swinging.
there's literally like swing music in swingers. Like there's like one of those like ska bands is in it, I'm pretty sure. Like one of those like famous ska bands from the 90s, I think
Like
is in
real
it.
big fish.
Yeah, like some it honestly literally might be them. Like I don't know.
My
But it's
God,
like
what
Heather
a
Graham and John Favreau are out like dancing to swing music like it's 1923.
that's such a time capsule movie. Like that's absolutely hilarious. You've
Yeah,
now
because
made me way more
there was
excited
this
to
brief
revisit that.
moment in the 90s where people were like, ah, swing music's actually pretty cool. And then like it's like obviously it isn't, so we didn't like stick around there for very long.
Ska music had its moment where it kind of it hit that cultural zeitgeist as that offshoot from pop punk, and then people were like, eh, we don't bring that back.
Yeah, they're wearing those like stupid milady hats in like the movie. Like I'm pretty sure John Favreau wears one of them in the movie Swingers.
Ooh, it's possible. It would be right around the 90s because wasn't I think Real Big Fish was also in basketball. They were like the house band for the
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like there's a point in time where people took this stuff very seriously.
It's always serious for me, Jim. And each week we take a look at a different movie from our childhood and we see how well it's aged, along with the hype surrounding the film, its box office analysis, and legacy in the film industry. So if you enjoy this kind of content, hit that sub button on YouTube, leave that 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's how you help the channel grow. Jim, what are we watching tonight?
We're watching the Bernie Mac vehicle, Mr. 3000.
Right, the 2004 sports comedy, directed by Charles Stone III, written by Eric Champnella, Keith Mitchell, and Howard Michael Gold, and starring Bernie Mac and Angela Bassett. And I have to start right off the bat, Jim, right off the bat, because I looked this up while watching this movie. Angela Bassett's 46 when this movie is made. And my God, is there ever an era where this woman didn't look hot as shit?
Yeah, no, she's really beautiful, and like I thought she looked 46 though in this movie. You were saying it like that she didn't look 46. I thought she
Oh,
looked
I
very
I knew at this point like she had to be in her middle age, but I was like, this woman looks fucking phenomenal. And to look it up and be like, she looks that way at 46 is just like, dear God. Because even now, like you see her still at this age now and like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever and everything. And I'm like, Angela Bassett still got it. Like,
yeah. I mean, you are like you're on the borderline, sir. We like just started and you're already like, do you need like a shower? Like what's going
I
on over
do.
there?
Listen, I'm coming off a 5 day bender of COVID. I'm all hot in the feels right here, man. Like I'm burning off a lot of energy, and Mr. 3000 just really got me going while I was watching it.
Yeah, you're at your like base instinct levels with COVID. You can't
Yeah.
function as a normal human being. You're just operating purely on feeling, and you watched it, and that was all you could think about, huh?
Once that brain fog falls over you when you hit that shroud of COVID, like I just revert back to my caveman instincts. Me, TJ, like Angela Bassett.
I saw I saw a fog brain at the Gramercy Theater back in the day. They were really bringing the heat. I'll tell you that much.
Dude, good band, good band. That song, Slow Ride, right?
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Is why? Is there another band that sings that?
Not that I know of.
Yeah,
We
fog
got
brain.
our lovely DVD cover here because Jim, of course, we're gonna own Mr. 3000 on DVD. Like it's
Do you buy these as we do the episodes? Because like
no,
literally, who
no,
owns Mr. 3000 on DVD?
I do, Jim. I bought this back when this movie came out on DVD. This was it. This has been in my collection for 20 years.
Yeah, I think it's honestly like you and like maybe the guy who like programs the BET channel like are the only two people who own this DVD.
Well, me and Bubba are really good friends, and we meet on Sundays to discuss this and many other great BET classics, like another Angela Bassett movie, the Ike and Tina Turner story.
Oh God.
Oh, that's an uplifting movie,
That
right?
was a good story, right? There
Right?
nothing went bad there. I
Uh,
don't
what
think.
what happened in that? It was a
You
classic
said,
story of rags to
if I
riches.
remember correctly. No, wait, that wasn't Tina Turner. Never mind. I take it all
What are
back.
you thinking of?
I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, she said she'd always love him, but that was Whitney Houston. That was
Yes,
a
yes.
totally different thing.
Oh, yes. Our lovely little log line that we got here on the back. And it reads, the day he got his 3,000th big league hit, Stan Ross walked away from the game believing he'd punched his ticket to the Hall of Fame. But 10 years later, Stan becomes baseball's biggest error when it's discovered that 3 of his hits don't count. Now, this over the hill former star with an oversized ego decides to make the major leagues his most outrageous comeback in order to regain his claim to fame. Beautiful. Excellent work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just yep, it's that is what the movie is about. Once again, the log line has done it. It
The
has summed up
logline
the movie in a paragraph.
done its job. Excellent worth on the DVD cover here. Wow. The not the log line, the little blurb on the front, the tagline for the movie, Jim,
Uh-huh.
under Mr. 3000. Getting back into the game means getting back into shape. Man, they really dug deep on that one.
Yeah, it's not even like clever. It's just like, yes, that's like that is what it
Yes,
would mean.
that
Yes,
is that
correct.
is
If
it,
he was
man.
47, he would need to try and get back into shape. You are right.
The Sunny Side Up guy must have been on vacation. They were like, "This is what we're getting in 2004, man. What happened to the classics?"
No, I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes you can't always hit him with sunny side up, you know. Sometimes you got to throw some change ups in there just to get him like get lull him into a false sense of security.
True. You don't see many taglines on movie posters today anymore. I feel like that kind of like went the way of the dodo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure why, but yeah, it's usually just like pictures of people's faces now.
Yeah, it's a shame. The tagline used to be a great marketing.
Yeah, unless it's like a movie with a lot of people in it, then they're pictures of a lot of people's faces. They go a little bit different for those.
Yeah, it seems to be all posters these days is literally just like copy and paste every person on the poster and like just splash some colors and call it a day.
Yeah, right, exactly. What more do you need?
It's a shame. What I need is Bernie Mac standing over home plate with a baseball bat like it's a cane and him looking very dapper. Like that's right there. That's a poster right there.
Yeah, I suppose.
They really
In the
dug deep
literal
for that
sense
one
of the
too.
word, yes, it could be a poster, yes.
Yes, it's very much so. Um, what's your memories of this movie, Jim? I know this wasn't a first time watch for you, but when did you discover Mr. 3000?
I'm pretty sure I saw this in theaters with my dad because like the premise of somebody like getting 3,000 hits and then having it ripped away after years being retired and then having to come back and try and get them again would have been too much for us to pass up on when I was a kid.
It's a great hook. Like it's the perfect only could happen in a movie kind of hook that it just is just absurd enough to be like, yeah, I'm in. Like, let's go.
Right. There's a couple of reasons why it could only happen in a movie too. Like, here's one thing that would definitely never happen. A guy on a baseball team that's in a pennant race gets his 3,000s hit, and then literally after the game just goes, "All right, I'm out. I'm retired." Like
Just quits.
he would literally, he would have
Ain't never
played
do for
more.
me.
And then the movie never would have happened because he would have got like at least like 10 or 15 more hits like the rest of that year. He would have been like cruising past 3,000. It doesn't matter how many scoring errors you have, right? So like that was silly. Also a pretty good way to set up the movie though, right? Because he's like got to be so selfish.
Gotta be
But
that
and then like the
egomaniac.
idea that he would come back is just like there's like no way on earth that that would happen. Like a 48-year-old dude like over the hill. The manager hates him. The front office hates him. There's just one guy who's like, "Hey, we got to sell some tickets."
All right.
There's
There's
no way
38,000
that that would.
fans. We got a 38,000 gate right now, all right? This man stays.
Yeah, and then like he went like 2 for 53. Like they would have like never put that guy anywhere near the field, man.
I love too that they never really show. We're kind of like Harry in the lead here, but we'll touch it very quickly. They only ever really show him relearning to be at bat. They never really show him relearning having to do first base, which is like a very integral like position on the baseball field. Like he's just
Yeah.
like got first base down. Like we never see him relearn having to do that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they filmed one scene where he was playing first base, and it was that one where they do the hidden ball trick thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, he never plays defense again in the rest of that movie. Like, they didn't even try and get Bernie Mac out there to try and, like, dive for a ball or anything.
Amazing. Well, yeah, you're not. There's no way. Bernie Mac's got to be what in his 40s at this point too. It's probably hard enough just to get him at home plate swinging for balls.
Yeah, I mean, certainly I don't think he was up for the task now.
Yeah, no.
But,
And maybe it might show why those box office dollars aren't quite as exciting as they could have been. Well, I think this one might be falling in league with a fellow movie from this weekend, Wimbledon. Let's cue it up, Jim. Let's dive into some box office numbers.
Numbers, dates, numbers, numbers, dates, hooray. Dates, numbers. Show me the money.
all right, Mr. 3000 is going to open in the weekend we've been living in now for a couple of weeks.
Great weekend.
It's going to open the weekend of September 17th through the 19th of 2004. No budget listed here on IMDb, and this is not a serious program. So if it's not on Box Office Mojo or IMDb, I don't know what it is. That's
Uh,
the bottom line.
I got it for you if you want it.
I
Budget
mean, if you
was
want it.
30 million.
30 million. Okay. I mean, that seems like reasonable for like the amount of like baseball that's going on. A
That's
lot
not
of
bad.
extras. A lot of extras.
Yeah, a lot of I'm sure a lot of nights filming at some stadiums.
And against that $30 million budget, it's going to open in second place with
Is that
$8.7 million.
is that higher than Wimbledon's?
Yep, it just beats out. Well, Wimbledon's down in fourth.
Yes, it is.
The second week of Resident Evil Apocalypse is somewhere in here.
Oh boy. Yeah, that 8.7 Jim, still very much on the low end here, but it is good enough to squeak out. It's fighter here in Wimbledon. It's gonna open in our number 82 spot behind Cellular's 10.6, but just ahead of Wimbledon's 7.1.
Yeah, so I mean, not great overall, right? I mean, like, I guess the $30 million budget. This is like kind of like a crummy comedy, like not terrible, I guess, but
So
it does.
far for the two out of the three new releases for this weekend that we're talking about, we are not looking at big returns. We're definitely playing in to the expectation of September that is just dump stuff here.
Yeah, it's a really terrible weekend, honestly. Like not a lot going on. And the fact that this movie's in second with that 8.7 shows you exactly what we're talking about, right?
Like that is not
Um,
good.
Going into weekend two, 41.3% drop, down to 5.1 million in third place.
Like you can't even like really like quantify if the drop is good or not when your opening weekend is eight. It's just like
Well, I think we'll quantify it by the end here. So let's just keep rolling. Weekend three, 50.4% drop, down to 2.5 million in fifth place.
it's like
Weekend four, Indigenous Peoples Day weekend.
ooh,
Indigenous Peoples Day weekend. The
I'm
weekend on
Italian, Jim.
Thanksgiving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If this weekend has ever had another name, I certainly don't know what it is. I mean, the
Italian in
Indigenous
this
people
household.
care
Christopher
about this
Columbus is a goddamn it
day.
national hero.
Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, it's gonna just like nosedive here. 62.6% drop, down to sub $1 million, down in 14th place.
My God, man. So 3 weeks in the top 10, which is that is par of the course right there. So it is going to join other notable movies like Enough, another Bernie Mac movie, Head of State, and AVP.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah,
Not great.
not great, not
And
great
this is
whatsoever.
this is the ultimate not great, right? Because this movie, against that $30 million budget, it's going to finish with domestically $21.8 million.
My God.
International, do you want to take just like a stab in the dark how much money this makes internationally?
Well, like
This is like
the only other
basically like a
place,
Price is Right game here. Like,
the only other place that baseball is big outside of the US is like Japan. But would Japan really care about this? I can't imagine the international comes to save this movie. Like it's got to be like maybe like $1 to $5 million.
you are so unbelievably overshooting
Even
it.
at one?
Yes, it's not
Oh
even
my,
close to $1 million
oh my
internationally.
God, dude. That's horrible. Not even a mil. Well,
Not
what is
even a
it?
million.
What is it?
Not even 100,000.
What?
It pulls in here internationally $28,000, $28,190.
Had to have not really opened anywhere else, right? Like the like did it open most places? Because if it
Cashier,
opened everywhere and it only did that, like that's fucking horrible.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't open everywhere because, I mean, let's, you know what? Let's take a look and see here what we have for international grosses.
Yeah, because that's like that's astounding.
So so this may be, we may be lacking some of the raw data here because I'm looking at this. So domestic we have, right? And then the only thing here under the international totals, it says
Uh,
Europe, comma, Middle East, comma, and Africa. And the only country listed here is inexplicably the country of Spain. Like,
oh my God.
where it pulls in the entirety of that
The 20
$28,190.
Jesus. It's like
But
everywhere
like
international was like, we're good.
this has to just be Box Office Mojo like is missing data, right? Because like of all, why on earth would this open in Spain on May 6th of 2005? Like what on earth are we doing there? That can't be real, right?
Maybe they're trying to kickstart a baseball league over there. Do a little
Yeah,
grassroots
maybe,
efforts.
maybe.
They just
Could be that.
they
And
just sent like
they decided to start with Mr. 3000. That was what, yeah.
they just sent planes overhead. They just started like dropping like just like little parachute boxes of Mr. 3000 DVDs.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. But that still doesn't explain why it had a theatrical release in
They
Spain
sent
of all countries almost a year later.
they sent the film reels down.
Like did like the Bernie Mac show just get really popular in Spain or something and they were
Maybe
hoping like
the one
fingers crossed?
the one American channel they get just plays Bernie Mac show.
It must be. It's the only explanation I can think of.
So yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Man, 21.8 is not great. That is so its opening weekend might have managed to beat Wimbledon, but Wimbledon gets the last laugh here because Wimbledon worldwide makes 41.6 million. Mr. 3000's 21.8, good enough to put it in the bottom five for the worldwide earners that we've done so far in the number fifth worst spot, sitting between Super Troopers and Eurotrip. Man, a great company.
Yeah, and I mean, this is really like, I mean, maybe we'll talk more about this later, but like, isn't this kind of like, does Bernie Mac have a movie career really after this?
Really, the only
Like,
like
he's not like a leading man in a lot of comedies anymore after this movie, right?
even like before and during the biggest thing I think I've ever seen him in movies has been the Ocean's movies. I
You
know
would put
after
Ocean
Mr. 3000
above Individuals with Throttle?
he does that remake of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Ashton Kutcher.
Right, but that movie's getting made because of Ashton Kutcher. That's got nothing to do with Bernie Mac.
Yeah, but I can't think of too many other ones. He's always been like very good as like a supporting guy, and I guess the movies like this are why they didn't put him in leads too often because the movie just doesn't perform.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I just think about like I know there's a market for it not too long after this because Tyler Perry starts making movies that do way better than this.
But he had to dress and drag for
I mean, yeah, not for all of it. Do you remember Confessions of a Marriage Counselor?
it.
Now that was a fucking movie, dude.
How could I forget? But yeah, the reception for this Jim is not it falls very in line with where this is coming domestically. Because people did not enjoy this movie. 54% from the critics, 30% from the audience, 5.6 IMDb, and the death sentence, the B cinema score.
Wow. The
Yeah.
B, not so good.
Yeah.
Not so good at all, John.
Not so good. They weren't having it. And now I have one user review from each side because surprisingly, not many people rated Mr. 3000 on IMDb.
I mean, I don't know that many people have ever seen it based on that
Yeah,
box office.
yeah. I think this movie slipped into the ether and it has stayed in there. And only me, who owns the DVD, and some people who find themselves on BET late at night have ever stumbled across this movie. So we've only had a few thoughts to be shared. And we will start with our first one star. And they write, this title is very misleading. First off, he doesn't even get to 3,000 in the end. So the title is wrong. Now that I got that off my chest, if you want to lose 2 hours of your life, pop this one in the old DVD player. It's kind of like watching golf with more depression. There isn't even any sweet eye candy to break the mind numbing boredom that arises from Bernie Mac's mailed in performance. I'm pretty confident the casting director walked down the milk aisle at Kmart, pointed at the first dark skinned girl he saw, and asked her, do you want to be the female lead in a subpar baseball movie?
Oh
All
my god.
Also, I'm pretty sure Bernie Mac is dead. How did he make this movie in the first place? This movie has inspired me to buy any copy I find so that it can't hurt anyone else.
This has got to be a troll, man. There's too many troll signs here. For one
Um,
thing, he calls Angela Bassett a lady in the milk aisle. At where did he say? Did
yeah,
he just say the grocery store? Or did he pick one?
and
I can't
Kmart.
remember. At Kmart, which like this guy's all over the place because I'm pretty sure Kmart was long gone by 2003.
Yeah, definitely on the out and out.
But yeah, also like that, like I'm pretty sure Bernie Mac is dead. So how could he make this movie anyway? It's like he wasn't dead when this movie came out, right? Like,
It's like, bro, like you realize that like people like can be alive and do things and then they die, but the things
right?
they did are still around.
And when was that review from?
This review is from later on because I didn't have there weren't any from the first weekend that it came out. Nobody had any
Gotcha.
reviews. Like so the
Yeah,
only
I mean,
review I could find was this one from 2016.
Yeah, so this guy's got to be just trolling. He's like just fucking around because like obviously he's aware that Bernie Mac could have been alive when he made the movie.
He doesn't even get 3,000 hits in the end. What is this?
Yeah, that was the other troll name because like clearly, I mean, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not feeding the troll, bro.
Don't feed him, Jim. And then we got one 10-star review. This one is closer. This one's from 2005, so closer to when the movie actually came out. And they write, this movie is not only a work of art, but every single second is gripping and welds you to your seat. If you have kids, you can watch it with them and explain what you learned from this movie, buffering the scenes that might be a little too spicy, which are not that chilly in today's world. If you want to have a good time and enjoy the thrill of learning something in an entertaining way, then watch this film. It's terrific content, and wisdom seeps from its seams like tea from a tea bag. Well done to all the actors, writers, and producers. I don't know what the criteria gives a movie's Oscars. Hopefully, it is not just the millions they dump into it. I would have easily given it Best Actor and Best Screenplay. Not telling you any of the story here so that you go and watch it. It's that worth your time.
This guy. It's like he just saw his first movie or
Movie ever.
something.
He's like, I didn't know movies can be such an art form. Wisdom seeps from its seams like tea from a tea bag. Easy,
Yeah,
Confucius.
like
Easy.
tea from a tea bag. Not a great analogy either, by the way.
He's also his first time. It's like he just popped open his first fortune cookie ever and just read the first one. He's like, my God, the wisdom these things contain.
Yeah, yeah, and like I don't know, what did Mr. 3000 teach you? You think? Like, what would you say you learned from Mr. 3000?
That it's best to not go through life being an asshole.
Right, right. The absolute like sage-like wisdom of Mr. 3000. Don't be a jerk. People
Yeah.
might like you better.
Yeah. You might kill more bees with honey.
I don't kill more bees.
Is that the saying? I don't know.
I guess. It must be, right? No, because we're certainly not saving the bees.
It's true, yeah. But the bees aren't doing anything for me. Except
Never have,
stinging
never
me.
will.
All right, Jim, let's turn it over to you. Let's hear some thoughts on Mr. 3000.
I mean, like, I feel like about this movie the way you felt about Wimbledon, which is it's nothing really like offensively bad, you know what I mean? Like it's just like a very stock movie. You know what I mean? Like it hits all the beats it's supposed to hit, you know. It like sort of has a premise, you know, like the guy learns stuff as he's going, kind of like none of it really feels like real or earned or anything like that, but it happens, you know, like he uh he makes the absolute inexplicable decision to give up on his 3000th hit to win third place in the division.
Insane.
Like,
It's like so insane that he immediately hits 3,000 hits and he's just like, I'm out. See you later.
yeah, I mean, I liked when the one guy, like the guy from Goodfellas, didn't say anything the entire movie
Dude, that was the
until
one thing I was thinking of. I was like, how is that manager still on the team? He hasn't said a fucking word this entire season. Like, they would have, like, how did they not fire that guy like fucking months ago? Like,
yeah, he literally says zero like the whole movie until he finally snaps at the end to yell at the umpire. Which like even that scene, like it's just like the most stock like umpire like throwing a guy out of a baseball game scene of all time. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing like interesting about it. It's just a guy being like, "Ah, you he was safe." Like,
no, it's,
and that's the whole thing. And he
yeah.
like, you know, he kicks the dirt and he like huffs and he puffs, but it's like there's nothing really like that great of a payoff about it because it's just like it seriously feels like if you just told AI like, "Hey, make a scene where a guy gets thrown out of a baseball game," and that's like exactly the scene it would make. You know what I mean?
It's very surface level of getting into any of like what you should really be getting into with what the plot because like the bones are there. It just doesn't do anything with the bones. It's basically just like, okay, we put the bones in. Now, what's the most cliched thing that should happen in a story like this. Those are the
Yeah.
beats we're going to go through. And the only thing that helps keep it from feeling like a very derivative slog is that Bernie Mac is a very entertaining and funny guy to watch. So like watching him be a dick like helps you get across like the majority of this movie, but you're never really into this movie in any manner that feels like you should be getting into it. Like the idea of like Bernie Mac coming back and learning that he shouldn't be a dick by seeing the new hot blood on the team that's like him looking into a mirror. They never really do anything that really dives into like that complexity. It's mostly
No.
like he just shows up to him at the car one day and he's like, listen, man, like, you don't want to be a dick. And the guy's like, he's right, I shouldn't be a dick. And then
Guy's
like
like,
the
I never
team,
thought of it like
yeah,
that. And
and the team just
it's like
rallies
they have
together.
that conversation kind of out of the blue. Like, Bernie Mac's been like sort of talking to him about not being a dick a little bit, you know? But then they have that conversation, and it's just like, why does that guy believe him? And it's like, well, because it's page 45. Like, that's what he
Yeah.
does on page 45, is he starts to turn it around. You know what I mean? Like, and like that's the whole like that's why it's happening. It's because it's supposed to happen, not because he really did anything to get that guy to buy in. It's just like, well, this movie doesn't keep going forward at this point if he doesn't buy in. You know what I mean? So who cares if we earned it? He's just gonna do it. You know?
It's more just going through the mechanics of a screenplay instead of really diving into like the core complexity of what this movie should do. Because like I think of a movie again, like I feel like every time we've done a sports movie, we've brought it back to it, which is like Bull Durham, where it did the Kevin Costner, Tim Robinson, fucking my brain
Some
is
say he's still ziplining to this day.
my brain is absolute mush. Who is the man I'm trying to get? Tim Robbins. Thank you.
Tim Robbins, yeah.
Yeah, I got there. Their relationship is kind of like what you're trying to do in this movie, but they just do absolutely nothing with it.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of, but like and I mean, it's ridiculous to compare this to Bull Durham, so I'm just gonna say that outright. But like, the reason it works so much better in Bull Durham is because like he's not made it yet, the pitcher guy. Like, he has to learn to not be an asshole if he's gonna get anywhere. Because if he just is like a hotshot asshole, people are just gonna hit home runs off of him, and he's gonna be another burnout. And like, there's a million people like that have played baseball. And so like their relationship is the whole reason Kevin Costner's there from the jump. Like that's like it's like it makes way more sense in Bull Durham. Like it
Actually,
puts
like a
that relationship at the forefront. And then, Kevin Costner still has his selfish reasons for being there. Part of the reason that makes that movie so great is because his reason is so like, it's like if you're the home run king of the minor leagues, like you're a total wasteoid. You never actually made it anywhere. Like you got stuck in the minor leagues for way too long is what that means. It's like, I don't know. There's a million reasons why Bull Durham is way better than Mr. 3000.
an actual premise that holds up under logic usually helps.
Right. And like
Because like,
there's a
dude,
premise that like
how did
creates a
he
whole
even
movie.
yeah, how did he even make it to 3,000 hits by just being this out for himself selfish dick? Like nobody beat it out of this guy like early in like there's no way he would last on any team behaving the way he does like to make
Yeah,
it
I
to
guess.
3,000 hits.
I don't know. I'm sure there's some hotshot dudes in sports, but like that's also why he wouldn't have retired. You know what I mean? Like that's the part of this movie that makes the least sense to me. Is like, so you're telling me he's like the big jock. He just had his like big career achievement. He could go play out the rest of the season on a freaking farewell tour, like kissing babies and like be in the center of attention for like at least the rest of the year, perhaps beyond even that if he plays for a couple more years. And he's just like, nope, I'm so in it for me that I don't even care about any of that other stuff. Like, I'm just gonna retire right now.
Also a weird like underlying thing in this movie that every time he does retire from the sport, he has to like go and work some like blue collar job again. And it's just like, haven't you made like millions of dollars? Like what are you doing? Like he opens up the
Well,
little
I don't
shopping
think he's
center and then after he retires the second time, he's like the Mr. Softy guy at the end.
Yeah, well, that he's doing because he wants to do, but he has money. Like he owns all of those things that he's talking about in the beginning. He's not like it's not like he's like a cashier at Mr. 3000's like car
I
wash
know,
or
but he's
whatever.
just he's working there every day. Like I wouldn't want to do anything. I would be like, all right, I own that. Like someone else is
What,
in
you don't
charge.
the Sam Malone, you don't think the Sam Malone's a realistic thing to do? Like open up your own bar when you're ex
Go.
sports star?
I
How
think
else are you
Sam. I
supposed to
think
meet a Diane out there in this wild world?
to be fair, I think Sam Malone had to actually work to for money after his career.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I don't know. I could see it. I mean, like he also just needed like a place to hang out in the movie. You know what I mean? Like, um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really like this movie. I thought it was pretty boring, like kind of from beginning to end. And like, I never really was like on the edge of my seat about whether he was gonna get the hit or not. Um, Making it 3 hits was like a very silly way to do it, I think, because like to me, the way to do this movie is like he gets back into the swing of baseball somehow, and he's actually playing like not too bad, but he needs to get like, like 30 hits or something like that. But then there's no way the premise works because they wouldn't be like, we miscounted 30 hits. Like you'd never believe it, you know?
We're so bad at our
Um,
job.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it very much. I thought it was like kind of boring. Like I said, it hits all like the beats that it's like supposed to hit if you're making a movie about a guy who's a dick and needs to learn to be good again. But then like he also like it does like the ultimate movie thing where it's just like in the middle toward the end, like where he didn't learn anything because he gets like 2 hits and he's like, I'm the fucking man again. You know what I mean? Like,
He's got to like
who
revert back
cares
to
about the
formula.
team? Like, I don't care about the team anymore. I'm going on Leno. Like, it's just like,
He's like, I
it's
just got
so
to get my interviews,
stupid.
baby.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like,
Yeah, because again, it gives no reason for the backslide. It's just we're on page whatever, and this is where this needs to happen.
right. It's like there's a half hour left in the movie. This is what needs to happen. And like there's no reason other than like the Law and Order guys like, hey, listen, you don't want to break the record when you're on the road. We gotta sell tickets. Like
Law and Order guy, I think Mr. Big from Sex and the City. Come on,
yeah, no, he's the Law and Order guy,
come
buddy.
on,
Okay.
come on,
Always and forever.
right? Yeah, no, this movie is not very. I didn't really enjoy it much either. It just goes through the motions. And the moments that I do enjoy is more just because Bernie Mac is just like a charismatic dude, and less so that like the movie does anything interesting or fun. It also fills this movie with just like the absolute like most boring stock side characters like you possibly could have. It's like, all right, so we need to fill out the rest of this baseball team. What do you got? It's like I got two guys that are just like constantly in contest with each other. So like they're just gonna be playing like finger snapping games and like guessing games like throughout the entire thing. It's like awesome.
Which is kind of baseball-y, like I get it. And then you got like, I mean, stop me if you've heard this one before. The Japanese pitcher who doesn't speak English that well. Like,
Classic. We're gonna teach them swear words in American slang.
yeah, right. Or I love though, I will say that one white dude whose name I'm not even sure I know. It's definitely a that guy who just is like, if you ever need like kind of like a trailer trashy looking white guy, he always is stepping up to the plate.
The
Like
dude, the pit, the not the pitcher, the catcher,
the catcher.
right?
Yeah, the
Yeah, wasn't
catcher.
he? Wasn't I'm pretty sure he was on Breaking Bad, right? I think he was in like a. He might have been like one of the like a random character that showed up in like a Breaking
God,
Bad episode.
maybe Breaking Bad, but he was in like 8 Mile. He was
Yeah.
in Jarhead. He was in he was in that movie Shot Caller. Did you ever see that movie?
No, I've never heard of that movie.
Dude, first of all, you should go watch Shot Caller because it's awesome. It's Jamie Lannister's in it.
Oh, all right. 2 weeks
Yeah,
of Jamie Lannister callouts.
he plays the lead, and it's like about a dude who like he's like a stockbroker maybe or like a financy kind of bro, and then like he gets into a accident where he's like had like a couple of glasses of wine.
Oh, and he goes to prison, right?
Yes, like his friend dies, and then like he goes to prison for like like 7 years or something like that for like
Yeah,
his
and he becomes like
vehicular
a totally
manslaughter.
and he becomes
And
like a
then he
totally
becomes
different
like a
person.
member of a gang. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay,
he
okay. I
joins like
do.
a prison gang. Yeah,
Okay, I haven't seen it, but I do know the movie you're talking about now.
yeah. It's really good. But anyway, he's in that movie. He plays like a white trash like gang member in that movie. He was in wait, I'm trying to think what else.
No, no,
Oh,
yeah, he. That is like a perfect summation of the that guy arc right there.
yeah. I mean, we hit like the big ones. Like this one, he obviously does 8 Mile. He plays Cheddar Bob, man.
God, so ridiculous. But yeah, and then like the culmination that this movie builds up to, which you should feel something of the fact that like he learns to be a better person and sacrifices his 3,000th hit so that the team could advance, like should be meaningful and hit. And it just like you're just like it again just feels like a mechanic of the plot. We're just like, all right, we're at this point in the script, like he's got to do it now.
Yeah.
I never
The
really buy that
problem,
like he's learned anything or actually become a better person.
right? Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty great way to end it though, like where he gives up on the thing like that he's cared
I
about
mean,
the most like
that
his
is
whole
what
life.
that is what should happen. Like that's absolutely where the movie should end up. It's just that like without the groundwork of like actually giving me things to make me like want to see that, it's just something
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah, this movie really paints itself into a corner by making it 3 hits, and I think it hurts the sports side of it in a way that like Wimbledon it makes Wimbledon much more satisfying for me as like a sportsman where like Wimbledon there can be ups and downs. Like you know what I mean? Like if Paul Bettany wins like 3 points in a match, like it's still there's a match going on. You know what I mean? Like he didn't like just solve the whole plot, you know?
Well, also,
Um,
I think another thing that probably doesn't help in this movie's favor is that for like a big part of doing sports movies like this is getting sequences at like sporting events that are exciting and enthralling. And there's never a moment in this where any of the baseball like really feels enthralling or you're swept up in. Like they
right.
had the audacity to use the natural music in this movie, and like like not as there's not a scene in this that holds a candle to any baseball scene in the natural.
Yeah, of course not. And like that's kind of my point. Like when you make this a movie about a guy who needs to get 3 more hits, the only thing that can happen for like most of the time he's going and playing baseball is he strikes out. Like that's it. Like that's like because he only needs to get 3 hits. Like if he does anything besides that, it's like you're pulling yourself way too close to like the end of the movie, like way too fast, you know?
And it's not even like they're making up for that with like him being out in the field and like getting better at first base because like you said, we only see him one time do the ball trick and then we never see him play first base ever again for the rest of the
Right.
movie.
Right. Or you don't see the team have anything to compete for because, like, literally from the time he gets there, they're like, yeah, this team sucks. They're in last place, and there's no way they're winning anything. You know,
Yeah.
like I get like what the movie's trying to do by like, he gives up his very important personal achievement for something as menial as third place. But like you never get me to buy into the fact that I give a shit whether they finish in third place or fourth place. Like it literally doesn't matter. Like
You think about all the best like sports movies that have really good montages of like rags to riches teams like working their way up. And you don't get any of this because they're like, we don't want you at the away games. Like, we got to save you for the whole. Like, they literally take away every single aspect of like what you hope to see in a sports like comedy. And they're like, you want none of that. We're not giving you any of that. Like,
yeah.
here's Bernie Mac, like just doing Bernie Mac things. And it's like, yeah, like, God, come on, man. Like,
And all of that would be fine, by the way, if they just leaned into like more of the comedy side of it. But like this movie is trying way harder to be a sports movie than it is trying to be a comedy. Like,
yeah, exactly.
think of some of the sports comedies we've done. Like, we talked about Dodgeball. Like, well, for one thing, the sports sequences in Dodgeball are way more entertaining than the sports sequences in this movie.
Well, there's
But
actually
also like
sequences.
yeah, like Dodgeball is actually like a R-rated, like really leaning into it comedy. Like it's supposed to be like funny and over the top and like raunchy at parts. And like this movie like never really is any of that. Like I don't think there's a single memorable laugh out loud line from Mr. 3000.
Nope. I couldn't even give you like one quotable dialogue that stuck with me 5 minutes after the movie ended.
Exactly. So,
And that's a death sentence. I think, more so than a lot of things, I think quotable dialogue, especially in like the meme era, like is such a big component of a movie. Because I mean, you look at like, say what you will about the prequel era of the Star Wars movies, those things have been memed into like a whole other level of like the zeitgeist now. So like quotable dialogue, whether it's good or bad, has to be memorable. And there's not everything's just flat in this movie. There's nothing good or bad in any direction that leaves any lasting impact.
no. It's yeah, agreed. And with all that said though, I really want to see like where this falls among some other sports comedies. So obviously we're not going to talk about Bull Durham. Like we've already probably talked about it too much. We've talked about basketball as well, which I think we would both agree is like pretty far ahead of this. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm not going to bring up Leatherheads just a few years later because Leatherheads is an all-time great, you know.
It's an all-timer right there.
So I'm
So
going to try and
are you
see
going any
more.
sports comedy or are we going to stick mostly to baseball?
Well, I mean, yeah, I like there's not that many baseball sports comedies. Like
Fair, fair. And I feel like most of the ones we can think of off the top of our heads, like automatically are better than Mr. 3000.
so well, I'm going to try and stick though around some ones that aren't so automatic. So, do you take Mr. 3000 or Angels in the Outfield?
Angels in the outfield. Come on.
Yeah,
Easy,
probably
easy win right there. Young JGL.
right. Do you take Mr. 3000 or Bench Warmers?
Oh, dude, that's a tough one. I fucking hate Ben
I
Barnes.
know, I know. It's tough, right?
Oh my god, dude, that's a tough one. Fuck. What would you say? I want to hear you say
Um,
first.
I would, I would probably take Mr. 3000
Okay.
just because I really don't like bench
Yeah,
warmers. Like it's
that's what I'm gonna take Mr. 3000 also because I fucking hate bench warmers.
all right. Do you take? I mean, there's a lot more baseball comedies than I realized. There's like a lot, honestly. So we're gonna
We
stick
go.
with this for a
All
little while.
right.
Do you take Mr. 3000 or the Matt LeBlanc vehicle?
Oh,
And
I forgot about Ed with the monkey, right?
yeah,
Right?
he
The
plays
monkey's the pitcher.
the monkey plays baseball. I don't know if he's a pitcher or not, but from 1996, it's Matt LeBlanc and a monkey playing baseball.
It's a monkey playing baseball, bro. Like, of course, like I'm picking that. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's too easy. Yeah, it gotta be that.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
All right, do you take Mr. 3000 or Air Bud seventh inning fetch?
Come on, bro. No, I'm taking Mr. 3000. The only Airbud I would take over Mr. 3000 would be the first one. And honestly, because that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know. We might
How
have
deep
talked about this before,
how
but
deep into the canon is this Airbud? Like, which sequel is seventh inning stretch? Is it the seventh one?
first of all, put some respect on it. It's seventh inning fetch.
All right, all right, all right.
I
I
I don't know.
apologize.
I think Air Bud playing baseball was pretty early on, honestly. Like I want to say it was before Golden Receiver.
For God's sakes, bro. What position does he play on the baseball team?
I don't know. He's got a bat in his mouth, so I think he's like if he's hitting. Like
Pinch hitting for number 7.
but
Air
all right,
Bud.
so we'll move on from Air Bud. We may have to
Hold
do
on.
just
No,
like an
I'm not
episode
holding
about
on
Air
from
Bud one
anything
day.
here. I first need to find out what fucking position this dog is playing.
I mean, he's playing baseball. He's probably in the field. Like he's probably really good at running down ground balls.
Oh yeah, they don't say. He just plays baseball.
You talk about a poster though. You see the raccoon on the poster.
Yeah, right, dude. What is this raccoon up to? What's his deal?
But yeah,
He's got
dude,
a
the Airbud lore goes so deep. This is why I don't want to get too much into Airbud right now, because like
he's
it
got a
comes to a
baseball in his
point
hand.
where like Airbud has like bred like his own like there's
Dude,
so many Airbuds like and they're all like
uh,
descendants of the original Airbud.
the dog nappers were actually researchers who were dog napping the dogs because they thought the dogs had a special gene that enabled them to play sports.
Oh my god, that's seventh inning fetch. Okay, I'm taking seventh inning fetch then. That is like the most all-timer great Airbud movie. Because like the beginning of the movie, the kid's like walking around with his dog and they're like playing baseball or whatever, and everybody in the town has like their own Airbud. Like there's like Airbuds playing pickup games of basketball. Like it's
Unbelievable,
just
dude.
become so commonplace in their town at this point. And then yeah, like the scientist guy's like, there's so many Airbuds around. What is it that
There's
makes them so special?
so many of these movies. It's so funny. That's unbelievable. Seventh inning fetch. All right, so he's a fantastic baseball player.
Yeah. So I'm taking seventh inning fetch though, and if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's
I
very
it
good.
looks like I got some Air Buds to watch.
Are you taking Mr. 3000 or Little Big League? That's the one where the kid like becomes like the manager of the Twins or something like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Oh, that one's good. It's like it came out like around the same time as that movie Rookie of the Year, but it's like different than Rookie of the Year.
Little Big League. Oh yeah, 1994. Who's in it? Anybody? Nobody. Luke Edwards. Yeah, 12-year-old boy who suddenly becomes the owner and then manager of the Minnesota Twins. Like God, man, we used to make movies.
Yeah, and he becomes the owner manager, and then like the player on the team, who is like a total that guy, like starts dating his mom.
Amazing. Like, where are the whimsical movies like this being put in theaters right now? Like, where's my summer movie? Some kid becomes owner of a sports franchise. I don't make movies like this anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't. They sure don't.
Fucking Jason
It's the
Robards is in this.
the dude who starts dating his mom. I'm pretty sure it's the brother-in-law from Field of Dreams, too.
Amazing. It's fucking fantastic. All right, so I gotta watch this one. So
Yeah,
no
that's
no
a good
pick no pick
one.
for
And then
me.
I mean, obviously, like Rookie of the Year beats out Mr. 3000, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's not
rookie
even
of the year.
close.
That's an easy win right there. That's a classic.
Yeah, and I mean that's really like most of them. That's really most of them here. Let me see if there's any other like baseball ones.
I mean, outside of either ones that I haven't seen or like really like down to direct to DVD movies, like Mr. 3000's at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Mr. 3000 is striking out.
I mean, we both took Ed over it, which is saying
I
a
mean, like,
lot.
yeah, if I'm taking the
But
Matt,
like
if I'm taking a Matt LeBlanc vehicle over a movie, like that movie's The Pits.
the pits.
Yeah, yeah, you like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you, thank you. And if you don't have any others, I think we're good to go into our star ratings then, there, Jimbo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing. It's not. I'm not playing either of them. So just dive in here.
You don't think Raj would want one?
I think Raj would say this movie was very mediocre. Like he would maybe give it like a 1.5 or a 2.
Going 1.5 or a 2 out of Raj. Let's see. Let's find out what good old Raj gave it. All right, Jim. You said a 1.5 or a 2?
Yeah.
Well, Raj is not in lockstep with us because Raj gave Mr. 3000 3 out of 4 stars.
Golly, Raj.
Praised Bernie Mac for delivering a funny and kind of touching performance that's believable Bassett for infusing a convincing emotional spirit into her character, and the film overall for sidestepping its sports comedy formula, saying, to my surprise, it finds a variation. No, Raj, it doesn't.
Yeah, did it? What was the variation? I
Yeah,
guess the
Raj.
fact that they that he doesn't win the big game, or like he
Yeah,
doesn't he doesn't get the 3,000th hit. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know because it seemed pretty stock lock to me, Raj. But to each their own. Once again, we're not lock in step with Raj, but that's okay. That's why we do this. So let's hear it from you, Jim. What's your final thought, final rating for Mr. 3000?
Uh, I would give it like a 1.5, maybe a 2 out of 5. It's like pretty it's not terrible, terrible, but like it's very like cookie cutter, I think is how I would put it.
Yeah,
So
very, very derivative, and a disappointing watch because I was hoping good things out of it. It had the kind of premise in the beginning that I was like, okay, this is silly. This is silly for me. I'm in for this. And then it just did the most stock things that it could at every turn. So I'm also going to go 2 on that one. It's a disappointing 2 from my end here. So we're in step. Raj might not be in step with us, but we're in step with each other as always. And we're rounding it out with a 4 here. So we're gonna do battle with some 4s, and man, oh man, do we got some 4s here, Jim?
I bet we do.
So are you taking Mister 3000 or are you taking the Rugrats movie?
Mr. 3000.
Yeah, I'll take Mister 3000 on that also. Are you taking Mister 3000 or are you taking Hey Arnold, the movie?
Mr. 3000.
I'm taking Mister 3000 also, but I think this is where Mister 3000 is coming to a screeching halt. You taking Mister 3000 or Shallow Hal?
Shallow Hal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Shallow Hal also. That's not even close. So Mr. 3000 going to slot in the number 66 spot in between Shallow Hal and Hey Arnold the movie. But there is one last 4, Jim, sitting at the king of the 4s. No way it's touching this movie. You taking Mr. 3000 or Clive Owens, King Arthur?
Clive Owen's King Arthur.
Yeah, I'll also take King Arthur there. Still sitting pretty at the king of the 4s. And I think that's a decent enough place for Mr. 3000 right there down in the mediocre pile.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and now, Jim, we come next week to the end of this illustrious weekend that really is proving the point of why people don't really go to the movies in September. And we'll see if we can break this just 2 movie affair. Finally, it's not a sports movie. We are doing Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, the movie that we actually saw in theaters for this weekend.
Yeah.
So, saving hopefully the best for last, but
I
could
mean,
quite possibly be the worst of the bunch.
it's not going to beat Wimbledon. Let's be real here. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. We got Jude Law, we got Angelina Jolie, we got this weird steampunk vision. It's
Yeah. Yo, really quickly, like as kind of like a preface to this episode, is this based on like any IP at all? Like, or is this like a totally original thing?
I think it was a totally original thing. I don't remember it being based on anything when we saw it back then, but like, and also based that on nothing. Yeah, looking on here, it's not saying that it was based on any property or before. I think it was an idea by the writer director who like made a short film of it as like a demo for like what it could be.
Oh,
And yeah, and whoever released the movie, I think Paramount like liked it enough to give him money to make it.
very
And
interesting.
uh and interestingly enough, it's the only movie that guy ever made.
You don't say.
Yeah. So go figure. Go figure. So whether that answers the age-old question of will this be the best or the worst of the bunch that we do, we'll wait and find out next week. I only saw this movie the one time when we saw it in theaters, so I am very interested to watch this again. I don't remember liking this when we watched it back then, but who knows? Maybe absence has in fact made the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, I suppose we'll see. I mean, like, I also haven't seen this since we saw it in theaters, and if I'm being honest, I don't remember much about it at all. So,
Well, yeah. Other than who's in it, I don't remember a thing of what it's about. But I think it might have to do with a captain of the sky, and a world of tomorrow. So, but just saying,
Yeah,
we'll fi-
time
we'll
to tell, I
we'll
suppose.
find out for sure. Yeah, time will tell what it's actually about. What's the last thing you jammed on?
So I've done it. I've re-downloaded Peacock. I've got my account reactivated.
All right, he's back in. What is he watching on it?
I haven't dipped my toe into the Twisted Metal season 2
Oh
rewatch
god,
just
yeah,
yet
all right.
because I'm waiting. Twisted Metal is not something you watch, week to week.
Oh,
It's
you need
something that you
you need a
gotta
good
like
binge.
you gotta like mainline that like straight to the vein, man, for like a good like 3 or 4 hours. Like you can't just like watch 20 minutes at a time. It's just too good for that, right?
Oh my god.
So while I let that build up its stock here for a little bit,
Okay.
I've been rewatching like the first season of Poker Face, like leading up to the second season of Poker Face.
Okay.
Well, and I shouldn't say leading up, like the second season of Poker Face already released, and like all the episodes are out and everything.
Gotcha. So
And
you're like rewatching to get yourself ready to do so.
right, so I can catch myself up on season 2 because I've been without Peacock for so long, and it took Anthony Mackie and all of his Twisted Metal glory to get me to jump back in.
Pull you back in. How many episodes are there a season for Twisted Metal?
I want to say the first season was either 8 episodes or 10.
Okay. All right. So you got a couple of weeks to let those build up.
Yeah, for sure. And then I also like I said, I've been rewatching that first season of Poker Face. Like, dude, I know you don't like TV, and I know that you every time I like suggest something, you're like, yeah, maybe one day. Like, the first season of Poker Face is so good. It is so good. There's like a stretch of like 5 episodes, like in the middle of that season, that's like some of the best TV like ever. You know what I mean? It's so good. You need to go watch Poker Face.
Maybe I'll try and dig my way in. I do have Peacock, so maybe I can try. Maybe I'll give Twisted Metal a go for you too.
Yeah.
I
Now
do
we're
want to
talking.
try. I do want to try and get better with TV watching. And at least not watching everything, but at least watching the shows that people, the water cooler shows that people are talking about and are getting like good
Yeah,
reviews.
you can't watch everything, but I
There's
promise you, if I'm suggesting something to you, it's at least worth spending a couple hours on. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no, I know, and I don't know your recommendations. I can usually take to the bank because we sync up more than we don't. So I'd be
yeah, and
more
like
I'd be more willing to watch a show that you recommended than any other person that tells me like you haven't seen this show yet.
yeah, and I'm also not being like you've never seen ER. There's 600 episodes you need to watch immediately. It's like you've never seen Poker Face. Dude, there's like 12 episodes. Just go watch it. It's
Uh,
fine.
much
Like you're
much
not
easier to
you're
get
not
through
committing to
shows.
a lot here, I promise you.
Yeah, much easier to get through shows today than back in the 90s where you were like, dude, 7 seasons, 24 episodes a season. Have fun.
Yeah, even a show like Breaking Bad, like that's like 5 seasons of like 45, 50-minute episodes. That's like a lot to commit to. Like, when I'm like go watch Twisted Metal, there's like 8 episodes, dude. Like it'll take you like an afternoon, you know what I mean? Like,
Me on the ground floor. I see what you're doing. All right, I'll give him. I'll try and give him a shot. This
yeah.
this
What about
weekend.
you?
Yeah, you would think having COVID this past weekend and not being able to do anything but lie on the couch or in my bed and watch TV would give me ample time to watch things. But I did much more sleeping than I did watching. I only watched one movie of note in the entire time that I was in and out of consciousness. And it was because it came in the mail. They re-released on 4K the movie Small Soldiers.
Oh.
And so I rewatched Small Soldiers. And I hadn't seen that since I was a kid. That used to be a movie that was in rotation when I was a kid. And it holds up, man. Like that movie is fucking a classic. And I realize now watching it today why it was so much of a classic because right as they were doing the opening credits, who shows up on the written by? Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio. The gods, bro. They don't
Yeah.
miss. They don't write bad movies, those guys.
Yeah, we spoke about them too, and like that they wrote that movie in one episode. I don't remember which one
It
it
was
was.
it was I think it was the when we did the Shrek episode or one of the pirate or the first Pirates because they did both of those. So whatever episode that we talked about them for, is when we probably brought it up. But yeah, it's very silly, such a '90s movie, and just so good. Like they just do not make movies like that today. And it's
Yeah,
an
no, they
absolute,
sure don't.
yeah, an absolute just like hilarious classic. So that was what I watched. And I'm starting to get a little bit better with TV because me and Heather finally started watching Buffy again because she really wants me to get through all of Buffy. So we started watching Buffy again. So I'm inching my way back into TV.
Buffy. Buffy is an all-time classic.
It is an all-time classic. We finished the third season, and it was probably one of the most absurd '90s things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that whole show, like looking back on it, like, because it's like a CW11 show, right?
Very
And
monster of the week.
it's a CW11 show in like every sense of the word, where it starts to become about like, which vampire is Buffy gonna date? Is it David Boreanaz? Like it definitely gets into that territory, which is like crazy, you know?
It's so funny. It's a great show. I love it. But that one again,
Who's
like
the witch?
it
And
goes,
she's dating a werewolf named Xander. You know what I mean? Like it's like
yeah.
I know it very quickly becomes about like who's dating who. Like it's in every CW11 show.
So we're there for it, man. I'm there for the romance.
Of course.
Yeah. It's so it's great. So it's that's a lot of fun. But I will try and hop in on your recommendations as well. Throw those into the repertoire. The good ones are like for those ones like that, I can do those on my own. So I can try and burn through those on my own time instead of like trying to match time with Heather to watch those in the rotation.
Yeah, and I mean, like, usually if I'm recommending something, it's because it's like a fun time. You know what I mean? First and foremost, like they go, especially Twisted Metal, it goes down like water. Like the episodes are like 25 minutes long.
Yeah,
Like,
perfect. There we go. Perfecto. So I got it. And you got it as well at home, people. You heard these recommendations. Go out, check all this stuff out for yourself, form your own opinions, and make sure you tune back with us here next week when we dive into Sky Captain and the world of tomorrow. And as always, we'll see you at the movies.